EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set, 19. Check right 54. No change.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now, this is just the fifth all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Let's go.
A first down carry now for Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run with Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the penalty, it's Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson with a give to Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Brees. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brees to throw. Now Brees wants the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, easy. Mike 41, Mike 41. 36, 36. 41. Smooth.
From the gun, it's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go. Mike 41.
Shotgun now for Brees. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And it's taken in at the 9. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
This is Alvin Kamara, made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Yellow lady. Check. Fresno. You kill. Fresno. Sponge. Pilot. 64. Weak. He's checking.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow lady. Easy, opposite.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brees. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Ready.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Slam. You're good. Mike 4, ready. 41, Mike 41. Tonight.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Being chased out left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. Watch a slap, watch a slap.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 25 yards that time. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd down and goal. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills there to make the grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And out across midfield down to the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete. Stills. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
19. Alert. 6 man.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he is out of bounds. Right around the 10-yard line. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10, and he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Back to throw, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. I'll guarantee you Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, crouch, over, crouch. Hey, easy. Switch. Mike 41. Hey, kill.
Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Breeze going to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
30-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
21.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? 5-8. Cut.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Breeze now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. 3 bucks.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable, too. Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Hey, easy. Mike 41.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Miller. 9 yards to pick. Up there, and it's a first down.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Houston.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a first down throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson looks to throw again. Flushed out right. Going deep this time for Miller. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't. make that play.
In addition to the mobility, how about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a big play out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him. He still found his guy.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. To try again after the sack. Brees under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Here we go, here we go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
0-2. They're running it. 55's Mike, got 55.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Defense wins championships, baby. Switch.
Now Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
18.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Come on, the ball. Come on. 41 to Mike. 41.
Now Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
95-56.
One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Texans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,